Picture this: towering red rock canyons, endless desert vistas, and you at the heart of your own western epic.
This is marvelous experience.
If you have been dreaming of an adventure through the Wild West and untamed beauty, your journey begins here. Get ready, as in this video, in an action-packed 9-day road trip, we'll be exploring some of the most breathtaking landscapes that nature has to offer. From the towering cliffs and thrilling hikes of Zion National Park to the awe-inspiring hoodoos of Bryce Canyon and the iconic red arches at Arches National Park, we'll journey deep into the heart of Monument Valley, capture the stunning Horseshoe Bend of the Colorado River, and witness the sheer magnificence of the Grand Canyon. And to top it all, we'll finish with the bright lights and non-stop energy of Las Vegas. This is going to be one unforgettable road trip.
We are in Las Vegas and now we have to get the rental car from Enterprise.
After landing in Las Vegas, we hit the road and quickly visited the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign.
Finally got our chance to stand in front of the incredible sign.
After this, we drove to St. George, Utah for an overnight stay, ready to dive into the real southwestern sojourn starting from the next day. Bright and early on day 2, set off for Zion National Park. The free Zion Canyon shuttle usually begins operating in early March. The Zion Canyon shuttle system has 2 lines. Springdale line goes to Zion Canyon Village just outside the Zion Visitor Center. From the Visitor Center, transfer to the main park shuttle that goes through the 9 stops of the Zion Canyon Scenic Drive. In the busy months, you have to arrive really early to avail the visitor parking at the Visitor Center.
Once you enter at the ranger station, you can get the America Beautiful Pass. That's really helpful if you have a plan of going to more than 3 national parks.
Guys, welcome to Zion National Park.
Before you hit the trails, make sure to stop by the Zion Visitor Center. Hiking is hands down one of the best ways to experience Zion National Park. First up, the Riverside Walk, a perfect leisurely hike along the Virgin River. This trail is family friendly and offers spectacular views as it winds through a lush green canyon. It's also the gateway to one of Zion's most famous hikes, the Narrows. For Narrows, you have to book in advance a timed permit, which opens around 3 months in advance and gets booked fast.
And now we are going to take the shuttle to our next stop, Emerald Pool. We are at the Grotto Trail, which is number 6.
With its shimmering pools and small waterfalls, it's one of the park's most picturesque spots. You can choose between lower, middle, or upper pools depending on how far you want to hike, and it's an excellent choice for all ages. As you continue your journey through Zion, make sure to drive through the Zion Mount Carmel Highway, where it passes through Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel. This engineering marvel is carved right through the sandstone cliffs and connects Zion to the east side of the park, and it's an experience in itself. Once you exit the tunnel, you'll be greeted by the beautiful Canyon Overlook Trailhead.
And then the Canyon Overlook Trail starts right through these stairs.
It's a great option if you want a rewarding hike without spending hours on the trail. Short but sweet, this one gives you stunning panoramic views of Zion Canyon and the winding roads below. After an action-packed day, we headed back to St. George for the night.
So the frozen custard at St. George, Utah. Never miss it if you are in St. George.
On day 3, we got an early start to tackle the epic Scout Lookout and Angels Landing hike.
We are off the shuttle at number 6, Grotto.
This is also where you'll find Angels Landing, one of the most iconic hikes in the world. Now, just as with the Narrows, the Angel's Landing also has a permit system in place. It's a strenuous hike, but the views along the way are unbelievable. This thrilling trek was the highlight of our Zion trip, with heart-pounding climbs and breathtaking views.
The view cannot get better, guys.
And just before leaving Zion, you should not miss the unique beauty of Checkerboard Mesa. The name comes from the distinct checkerboard pattern etched into the rock, and it's one of the most photogenic spots in the park.
Utah does not stop to amaze. So different. The formations of the rock, everything. It's not red here, it's more whitish rocks.
It was now time to head on to our next destination, Bryce Canyon.
Very interesting place to be, the rock shop. And if you are a fan of donuts, you get the best donuts. So visit this place.
70 miles later, we went past the famous tunnels, which are gateway to the Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce Canyon is renowned for its unique geological formations known as hoodoos.
Bryce Canyon.
Our next stop has to be the Bryce Canyon Visitor Center. This is also a great time to ask rangers any questions that you may have. Although it is fairly easy to move around in your car, you can consider the park shuttle service in the busy summer months, which usually spans from June through September. We drove to the Sunset Point. Here, we hiked the Wall Street and Navajo Trail and soaked in the magnificent sunset views surrounded by towering hoodoos. This is where you get your first glimpse of the famous Bryce Amphitheater. From Sunset Point, you are going to hike the 1.5-mile Navajo Loop.
Place where you have Wall Street to the right and two bridges to the left. We'll take the Wall Street because that way it is easier.
You should start the hike in a counterclockwise direction, so that way you descend from the steep Wall Street side, and after completing the loop, climb back up from the two bridges or Thor's Hammer side.
We did it!
And soaked in the magnificent sunset views surrounded by towering hoodoos. Got the sunset. We arrived at a place called Arriba Mexican Grill, and the food is amazing. We ordered the quesadilla and then the enchilada with the verde sauce. We stayed overnight at Panguitch, a town close to Bryce Canyon. It's very simple roadway in. The location is good. It's just 15 minutes from Bryce Canyon. I have to check out tomorrow morning as we are going to hit the Bryce Canyon sunrise.
We have arrived at the sunrise point. It's 5:50 a.m.
On day 4, we were up at the crack of the dawn to witness the magical sunrise views at Sunrise Point. The colors lighting up the canyon were unforgettable. Afterward, we took on the Queen's Garden Trail. Queen's Garden Trail is one of the best hikes at Bryce Canyon and also very popular. The scenery is absolutely stunning. Next, head back to your car and cruise along the Bryce Canyon Scenic Drive. The drive starts from the visitor center and ends at Rainbow Point. It's an 18-mile scenic drive with incredible stopovers, including the stunning Bryce Amphitheater.
So guys, doing the rim trail from Bryce Point to Inspiration Point.
Bryce Canyon had blown us away, but the road trip wasn't over yet. After an amazing time at the Bryce Canyon, we hit the road for quite a longish drive to the spectacular Arches National Park. This park is an absolute must-see for any road trip through the southwestern USA. And we kicked things off by stopping at the iconic park welcome sign.
Arches!
Hi there.
Howdy,
How are you?
living the dream.
Very good.
Next, we made our way to the visitor center, the ideal spot to pick up some souvenirs and catch up on the park ranger programs.
I promise to be a good example. To be a good example.
One of the most popular national parks in the US, and every year receives millions of visitors, especially in the summer months. To tackle this situation, Arches National Park implemented a timed entry system to manage the number of visitors during the peak times. The only paved road in Arches National Park
winds 18 miles from the visitor center to a final loop at Devil's Garden before doubling back. We drove the entire road till the end to Devil's Garden trailhead. Plan to at least visit the landscape arch at this trail.
Its delicate, impossibly thin structure left us speechless. After this, we went for the ultimate hike, the Delicate Arch Trail. Arriving at sunset, we watched as the iconic Delicate Arch glowed in the fading light, an unforgettable moment that truly captures the beauty of this park. Overnight, we stayed at historic Moab. Overall, today was a great day. We hit two of the arches which are most famous. Trying my fish taco, which is loaded, looks amazing. Guys, so Gilberto's was excellent. The dinner was great. Tomorrow will be a big day again. One of the highlights of our visit was catching the window's arches at sunrise. The warm light shining through the north window, south window, and the turret arch made for a stunning start to the day. Come to the double arch trail because this is again two arches forming parallelly. What an incredible experience it has been. Our journey continued to one of the park's most famous sites, Balanced Rock. It's mind-blowing how this massive rock has been holding up for so many years, a true natural marvel. After this experience, we drove to Monument Valley. The landscape was so amazing that pictures could hardly do any justice. We are at the Forest Gump Point at Monument Valley. The best way to experience Monument Valley is to drive a 17-mile dirt road loop. If you do choose to drive the loop in the afternoon, thank you so much. Be sure to check the current hours. They seem to change frequently from summer to winter. Before beginning the scenic drive, stop to catch a glimpse of Merrick Butte and the Mittens from the famous viewpoint. The Wildcat Trail nearby offers a rare chance to hike Monument Valley. Elephant Butte, the iconic Three Sisters, are best viewed in the morning. This is the John Wayne Point, number 4. Famous for its movie history, offers great morning views along with gift shops. Camel Butte might resemble a camel depending on the light. The hub and the surrounding mesas, Rain God Mesa and Thunderbird, can be confusing to spot but are stunning in the late afternoon. Totem Pole is striking in the distance. Sand Springs gives another view of the Totem Pole with sandy foregrounds. Artist's Point provides sweeping vistas of familiar buttes, perfect in late afternoon. The thumb truly resembles a giant thumb. Finally, for sunset, head back to the viewpoint outside the visitor center to watch the buttes light up in vibrant colors. After what had been a really long day, we drove to Page, Arizona for a much needed sleep. We didn't quite appreciate the beauty around until next morning when we explored the property that we were overnight, right next to Lake Powell.
Got up to this amazing view, time to go to Horseshoe Bend.
Horseshoe Bend is an iconic viewpoint offering jaw-dropping views of the Colorado River in a perfect horseshoe shape through the canyon. We started for the easy half-a-mile hike to the edge of the canyon. The trail is mostly flat, but don't forget water and sun protection, especially in summer. It can get hot. The view never disappoints. Standing here 1,000 feet above the river, you really get a sense of how powerful nature is. The colors, the cliffs, the sheer drop, it's incredible. Amazing Horseshoe Bend. This is marvelous experience.
So leaving our memories but no trace, that's a great initiative.
After this amazing experience, we started for the majestic Grand Canyon. In my opinion, nature's one of the most beautiful creations ever. We drove from the Cameron side to enter at the eastern entrance. We kicked off our Grand Canyon journey at the Desert View area, located at the eastern end of the South Rim. Here, you'll find the iconic Desert View Watchtower. At the time of our visit, there was a ticketed entry system to the Desert View Watchtower. The weathered stone exterior was designed to look like it's rising from the canyon. Keep in mind, Desert View route of the Grand Canyon is accessible only by car. There are no shuttle service here. Just a short drive away are Navajo Point and Lipan Point, two incredible viewpoints where you can see the canyon unfold in all its majesty. We then drove to the canyon's central area, home to the Grand Canyon Visitor Center that tell the story of this natural wonder. It's a perfect introduction before you head out to explore the trails. The famous Rim Trail also goes through here at the Mather Point and continues along the canyon cliff all the way through the Yavapai Point till Bright Angel Trailhead. We witnessed the sunset from Mather Point and it was quite a sight to behold. To make getting around the Grand Canyon easy, take advantage of the park's shuttle bus system. The blue route connects the visitor center to the village area. The orange route connects you to the South Kaibab Trailhead, another popular starting point for hikes. The western end of the Grand Canyon is accessible only by the red route shuttle buses. This route starts at the west end of the village and takes you all the way to Hermit's Rest, a tranquil spot with fewer crowds and spectacular views, which we will go over later. The village is also home to the historic lodges that include Bright Angel Lodge, Masvik Lodge, Yavapai Lodge. These lodges book really early and are very expensive even if you get booking at the end. Our first night we didn't get booking in the park, so we stayed just outside Grand Canyon at Tasayan.
We are checking into Tasayan for tonight, first night.
Hotel Red Feather. Now we are going to head out for some dinner because we are starving. It was a great stay at the Red Feather Hotel. Next morning, we started early from Tasayan and drove to the visitor center. Must tell you that the sunrise was mesmerizing.
Guys, now I'm taking bus route to go to the South Kaibab Trailhead. From there, we'll take the South Kaibab Trail. The trail starts right there. So this is where we start.
It is a fantastic hike, known for its panoramic vistas and unique rock formations. This was easily one of the most incredible hikes of my life.
Look at the views, guys. Tremendous hike it is. Guys, officially I have reached the Cedar Ridge, the second point at the South Kaibab Trail. The people, they also go a little further to the Skeleton Point. I've reached the end and it took me exactly 45 minutes to come back from the second point.
We took this day to the fullest and enjoyed the central area close to the Trail of Time. It's a paved interpretive trail that tells the geological story of the canyon. We spent considerable time enjoying the amazing views from the Bright Angel Lodge, the historic El Tovar Hotel, Hopi House, the Yavapai Geology Museum, and the Grand Canyon Train Depot. The Rim Trail also hosts the famous Kolb Studio, and the Lookout Studio can be found here right on the Rim Trail.
Walking into a new world.
There are also several park ranger-led educational programs that are held across the South Rim, and it was a very enlightening experience.
Look over here.
We stayed the night at Yavapai Lodge.
This is incredible stuff.
The room was very well equipped with all the modern amenities. Definitely stay here at least for a night. This is going to be an amazing experience. Next morning we got up early to witness an amazing sunrise at the Yavapai Point. After the previous day's experience at the South Kaibab Trail, which I did myself, I saved the best to do along with my family. Yes, I'm talking about the world famous Bright Angel Trail.
To explore. It's tough, but you can always go to the first point, which is relatively moderate.
This trail offers stunning views as it descends deep into the canyon. Remember, this trail is steep and challenging, so be prepared.
Beautiful Bright Angel, one of the iconic trails.
Really loved the trail.
Finally, we explored the western end of the Grand Canyon. And as mentioned earlier, it is accessible only by the Red Route shuttle buses. This route starts at the west end of the village and takes you all the way to Hermit's Rest, a tranquil spot with fewer crowds and spectacular views. Along the way, be sure to stop at viewpoints such as Maricopa Point and Powell Point, each offering unique perspectives of the canyon. Hermit's Rest, with its historic stone building and peaceful surroundings, is the perfect place to end your Grand Canyon Western Front journey.
So that's the tour of the Red Line. We visited all the points.
You're loving Grand Canyon!
After the unbelievable time we spent at the Grand Canyon, we started for the last leg of our journey to the beautiful Las Vegas. It took us about 3 hours to reach the sparkling city. We quickly went for a night walk through the magnificent strip, enjoyed the amazing Bellagio fountains shimmering under the colorful neons. The lights, the energy, the crowd. You'll find street performers, cool pop-up shows, and plenty of people watching opportunities. It's like the whole city is a party. Now, walking the strip by day is a totally different vibe. Not only do you get a better look at the scale and architecture of all these massive resorts, but you can appreciate the artistry that went into each hotel and casino. Trust me, the details are incredible. A great way to explore the strip for free is by hopping on the free monorail. At the Bellagio, don't miss the stunning conservatory and botanical garden. Speaking of the Bellagio, they house the world's largest chocolate fountain. It's a Guinness World Record holder and it's located at the Bellagio Patisserie. Next up, we are at Caesar's Palace and their famous forum shops. Don't miss the Atlantis show that runs every hour. It's a free animatronic spectacular with fire and water and several effects. Next, head to the Venetian, where you can stroll through the shops at Grand Canal. It's like taking a little trip to Venice but without leaving Las Vegas. Finally, make sure you check out the Flamingo Habitat at the Flamingo Hotel. It's a serene escape right in the middle of all the action, and it's the perfect spot to relax and unwind. After this, it was time to bid adieu as we boarded our flight back to Toronto. The ultimate 9-day adventure, this road trip has taken us through some of the most iconic landscapes in the world, from the breathtaking heights of Zion to the magical hoodoos of Bryce Canyon, the stunning red rock formations at Arches, and the rich cultural beauty of Monument Valley. We captured unforgettable moments at Horseshoe Bend, witnessed the sheer magnificence of the Grand Canyon, and wrapped it with the bright lights and non-stop energy of Las Vegas. Whether it's hiking, photography, or simply soaking in the beauty of nature, the Southwest has something for everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more travel adventures like this. See you on the next adventure.